Hey YouTube, just got back from a motorcycle ride. Here's my baby right there. Her name is Annabelle, in case you didn't know. But I've just decided I wanted to make a video while it was fresh in my mind. I have decided to start my van project, my van build, completely over again. I'm scrapping everything. Scrapping all of it. I've made too many mistakes with it to try and recover from. I mean, because you know, if I'm being honest, it's because I didn't have any idea what I was doing. I had never done any woodworking at all. I mean, at all. So I didn't have the slightest idea what I was doing. I had planned it out, I thought, pretty carefully, and you know, after we actually took it camping and used it the way it was, I knew pretty quickly that it wasn't going to work. It would have been fine for a single person, for one person to use in the configuration I had it in, but I took Joanna with me on that last camping trip, and the design fell apart with two people in it. Sure, you could use it that way; it would have been fine. We would have made do, but it was less than ideal. And I based a lot of my decisions on how I set up the van with the bed going lengthwise, based on a brochure that came with my van, an advertisement that showed the box dimensions of the van. And it said that the box dimensions of the van were slightly less than 6 feet wide. Turns out that that's down at the base where cargo would sit, not, you know, up higher where a bed would sit. Where a bed would actually sit in the van, the widest part of the van is a little over 6 feet wide, and that would work. That would have worked. So I was just going off of the brochure. I never actually measured it myself. And it turns out that ended up being a mistake. The only way, in my opinion, to set up a van that would work for two people is to have the bed in the van widthwise, not lengthwise. It's the only way it'll work. Lengthwise just won't work unless the bed folds up out of the way. And I thought about doing that. As a matter of fact, I bought the hardware to do that. I have hardware that allows you to fold the legs and stuff down on a bed, and that's the route I was going. And those are very expensive too. I've got like $40 invested in those, which I'll find something else to use them for. But the problem with that is that would have eliminated a lot of storage that I wanted. And this idea that I was going to keep my van able to be used as a cargo van and a camper, you know, just by folding something up or taking something out and that kind of thing, that just turned out to be more headache than it was worth. It's just not doable realistically. I know that there are some people out there that have done that have figured a way to do it, and I just don't like any of those ideas. So I'm going to go from a twin XL bed, which me and Joanna barely fit on by going head to feet, you know, by not laying side by side like you normally would as a couple, but by turning around the opposite direction. And that's the only way that we fit on there. We barely fit on there that way. And then when you add winter gear, sleeping bags, and then you know, flannel shirts and heavy attire, heavy winter attire, it's very uncomfortable. That's kind of why I'm gonna start all over. I'm gonna go from the twin XL to all the way to a queen. I'm going to put a queen bed in the van and make that work. So it's going to be night and day different as far as comfort for two people. So I've got it all planned out mostly. Got it all ironed out and how I'm going to do it. And stay tuned for some of those videos. Just as soon as it, you know, cools down, I will, you know, get back after it. We'll start putting that van together. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll talk at you on the next video on that end.